One of the things I am no longer as good at as I used to be is sleeping through the night. I'm rather glad about that, for there is something pleasant about waking in the small hours and realizing that one is, in fact, in bed and need not get up. One can luxuriate. Between 2 and 3 o'clock yesterday morning, I luxuriated. I lay listening to the night sounds in a small house on the stern and rock-bound coast of Massachusetts. The wind whistled and roared, wrapping itself around the house and shaking it. On the quarter hour, the clock in the living room softly gave out Whittington's chime. I could hear the tiny click as the electric blanket cut off and on, the cracking of the cold in the walls, the expensive rumble of the oil burner beneath me, and the reassuring rumble of a snoring husband beside me. Underneath it all was the deep, drumming rhythm of the surf, synchronized with the distant bellow of Mother Ann's cow, the name given to the sounding buoy that guards the entrance to Gloucester Harbor. I was thinking, as I suppose I am always thinking, in one way or another, about mystery. An English magazine which contained an interview with me had just come in the mail, and of course I read it, not to find out what I'd said to the man last spring in Swanwick, but to find out what he said I'd said. He had asked me about some of the events in my life, and I had told him that because of them I had had to come to terms with mystery. That was an accurate quotation, I'm sure, but as I lay in bed, I knew that one never comes to any final terms with mystery. Not in this life, anyway. We keep asking the same unanswerable questions and wondering why the explanations are not forthcoming. We doubt God. We are anxious about everything when we have been told quite clearly to be anxious about nothing. Instead of stewing, we are supposed to pray and give thanks. Well, I thought, I'll have a go at it. I prayed about several things for which I could not give thanks. But I gave thanks in the middle of each of those prayers because I was still sure, the noise of the wind and ocean were reminding me, that underneath are the everlasting arms. My prayers embraced 4 things. 1. Somebody I love is gravely ill. 2. Something I wanted has been denied. 3. Something I worked very hard for failed. 4. Something I prized is lost. I can be specific about 3 of the things. A letter from a friend of many years describes her cancer surgery and its aftermath, an incision that had to be scraped and cleaned daily for weeks. It was so painful that Diana, Jim, Monica, and I prayed while she cleaned it 3 times and some days 4 times. Monica would wipe my tears. Yes, Jesus stands right there as the pain takes my breath away and my toes curl to keep from crying out loud. But I haven't asked, "Why me, Lord?" It is only now that I can pray for cancer patients and know how the flesh hurts and how relief, even for a moment, is blessed. The second thing is a manuscript on which I have spent years. It is not, I believe, publishable now, and I can see no way to redeem it. It feels as though those years of work have gone down the drain. Have they? What ought I to do about this failure?